Warning. Warning.
I'm sorry. Access denied.
Please enter security access code.
203154.
Activate. Stand by.
Systems accessed.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Solicited Advice. I'm Dr. Williams, and today we're going to get some street answers to your questions. Let's start with question number 1. My boyfriend cheated on me. I took him back, and now I'm starting to get nervous and jealous every time he leaves the house or is running late. I love him and I can't let him go. What should I do? Listen, you stupid. If you f*** someone else the first time, he's probably out f***ing someone else right now while you're sitting home watching Solicited Advice. You want an answer? Here's the street answer. Either get a man you know you can trust and hasn't f***ed someone else, or you stay in this relationship, shut the f*** up, and get over it. Let's move on to question number 2. Will somebody close that damn door?
Who was that anyway? Doesn't make a difference. Because I'm Dr. Williams. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Solicited Advice. Remember, I cannot diagnose anything on this show. So if you think that there's something wrong with you, there probably is, and you need to go talk to somebody. So let's just get in and get started with the real question number 1. That's a tough question. I know you love him. That's the main reason why you took him back. But seriously, if you took him back, you should really not have any problem with anything that he does, because you are the person that's getting jealous. You're going to be thinking about everything that he does, and all this stuff is going to be coming back on him. You basically gave him a free pass to go do whatever he wants, and everything's going to come back on you. If you really do love him and you want to take him back, you're going to have to forgive him, and you're going to have to forget all that past stuff and learn to trust him again. It may be difficult, but that's what you're going to have to do. If not, you need to just let him go and find yourself a real man. You know what? I kind of like the other answer. But anyway, let's move on to question number 2. Why should I or shouldn't I date outside of my race? And if I do, if we get married, how are the children affected? That's a good question. Let me start off by saying there are 6.5 billion people on this planet. And who do we tend to hang out with? Our same people. We tend to hang around the same race all the time. Don't you think that's pretty damn boring? So, should you date outside your race? Yes, you should. And the reason is there's variety. There's differences out there. Get out there and find the differences. So what? You may not connect on a couple of levels. That's okay. Communicate. Get to know one each other. You never know. You might have something that is grand, something that is beautiful, something that is awesome. And then, if you have children, one thing that I have to say is that you have to talk to your kids. You have to make sure that they know a little bit about both cultures. Because the worst thing that I can see is somebody who loses their culture. I met a Hispanic woman the other day who did not speak Spanish because her dad was Cambodian, and they didn't want a Cambodian Hispanic mix. So they decided not to teach the child anything but English, because they thought that English was going to help her get along. Never lose your culture. Talk to your child about both cultures and let them decide which culture they want to adhere to. You never know. They may walk that fine line. And on the other hand, should you not date outside your race? You have to look at traditions. You have to look at the culture in general. You look at your parents. Are they going to support you, or are they going to ostracize you? You have to look at customs. You have to look at beliefs and religion and find out if it's truly worth it. They say love conquers everything. You have to truly be in love if you want to climb those major obstacles, get over that mountain, and fall into the river called eternal bliss. Okay, that's just my opinion. And that's, you know what? That's the scholarly point of view. I would like to know what the street person would like to say. So you know what we're going to do? Right now, we're going to go back to that damn interloper and find out what he has to say. Then let you decide what answer you want. Anyway, let's go take a look and see what he has to say.
I'm back, as if I didn't know what I was talking about the first time. How you like me now? Throw me off the set. Listen, let's get into this. Culture smoker who gives a f*** as long as you all get along. That's what matters. From the street perspective, the rapper may change, but the candy's all the same. And believe me, I've had a lot of candy, and it's all sweet. As far as the kids go, what the guy in the suit said. Deuces.
Okay, let's do question number 3. How can I raise my self-esteem? Other people think I'm attractive, but I don't believe them. I just think that they're being nice. I'm a bit overweight, and I think I'm worthless. How can I get over this? Well, there are a couple ways that I can answer this. First of all, you have to think differently. It's what you call Beck's cognitive theory. Okay? You have to think that you're a beautiful person. If you start thinking that way, pretty soon you'll start to believe it. And one thing that you can do is write a journal. Because I'm sure you have negative thoughts. It's something that's called masturbatory behavior. Like shoulda, woulda, coulda. I must be perfect. I must be lovable to everyone. Those are impossibilities. Okay? As long as you think about those things, you're going to start to perceive yourself as worthless, because no one can be those things to everybody all of the time. So you start thinking those things and you write it down in the journal, cross out all of the negative thoughts and replace them with positive thoughts. The cognitive perspective. Think of it this way. The cognitive perspective will set you free. You'll be like a burgeoning young flower. And well, burgeoning just means to blossom. And the blossom just means to bloom. To bloom, shine, you're a flower. Okay? That's what you're doing. You're looking to the sun. I'm a beautiful person. I'm radiant. All right? That's what I'm talking about. So the next thing you can think about is if you're overweight, if you're happy with your weight, don't complain about it. If you aren't happy with your weight, do something about it. If you have kids, chase your kids around. I'm sure they'll shave a couple pounds off you. But listen, you don't have to think about what everybody else says. The key is what you think about yourself. If you need a more detailed response, please send me another question and I will respond to you personally. But for now, that's all the time we have. Thank you for your questions. I'm Dr. Williams. This is Solicited Advice.
I don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Stormy weather.
I know exactly what I've been putting you through. I'm sorry.